So here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. As you know, I'm not at home. I'm still in lovely Stoke Newington. So we're just doing this video now. Once again, happy birthday to Grandma. 90th birthday party yesterday. We had a great night. So let's move on. 12.5 million is what Kovalev earned for this fight. Rumored 12.5 million. Nice work if you can get it. 12.5 million. Now I wonder how much Kovalev would have made if he fought Beterbiev and Bivol. I wonder if those two fights would have given him 12.5 million and the rest. I wonder. See, if you're looking here expecting me to be excited or to be over the moon at Canelo's win against Kovalev, you can forget it. You can absolutely forget it. It's not being bitter. It's not being twisted. It's not about giving up. I'm giving a man credit. It's got nothing to do with those things. Nothing to do with it. Because we're not working from a situation. We're not working from a place of. We're not working from a place of fear is fear. We're not working from a place. We're not starting from a place where all things are equal, because they're not. One man is WBC franchise champion. He's got a belt that basically, if he loses, he still keeps the belt. And then he's got invested in 300 million is invested in him, versus a guy that was champion of the world and was coming to the end of his career. Yes, he will probably go down as a Hall of Famer. Sergey Kovalev, he's achieved all he could possibly achieve. I don't think he had any intentions of becoming a what do I call it? Moving up to cruiserweight and all the rest of it. Kovalev's done what he's done in his career, right? I told you at the start of this fight, beginning of this fight, I said to you, all this touching gloves business during the fight and him shaking hands, it was a business deal. Get this straight, it was a business deal. Kovalev wasn't there to rip up the script. Kovalev was there to be a good boy, all right? He was there to be a good boy. I see this guy flicking jabs. I've seen him throw harder jabs in sparring than in this fight. He was flicking a jab, and yes, he was. He may have won a few rounds. I didn't watch the whole fight. I didn't need to watch the whole fight to see what was quite evident. You're not gonna. Oh, Kovalev was tentative of throwing the right hand. Oh damn, I'd be tentative to throw a right hand if I was getting paid 12.5 million. If I was getting paid 12.5 million, come on, you don't get it, do you? It was in the script from the point one that Canelo took on to become light heavyweight champion of the world. So somehow or the other, people say, well, Floyd didn't become light heavyweight champion of the world. Oh, look how Kovalev got knocked out by Canelo. Canelo is definitely pound for pound one of the greatest fighters of all time. Blah, 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 blah. He still got beat by Floyd. The thing is this: if you're going to give a person plaudits and you're going to give them all the credit in the world, do so. But while you're doing so, make sure that when you're giving credit, it is credit based on achievements, not based on skin color, not based on the fact that one person's Mexican or the other person's white, Caucasian, or the other person's black. Give a person credit for what they've done in the ring based on their achievements, not by the color of their skin. And I'm seeing too much in boxing, and it goes on that one person can do a whole heap of rubbish, right? Fight a whole heap of bums, and quite literally, and get all the credit in the world for it. And then another person does the same thing of a different skin color, and they're fighting bums. There's one rule for one person and one rule for another person, right? And for me, it's not balanced. It's just not balanced. Boxing fans, it's not balanced at all. And for that, I cannot and will not um, play along the game. I'm not doing it. Guy's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. Canelo's a good fighter. He's a very good fighter. But don't sit here and tell me now, Canelo, if he fought Floyd now, he'd have been better. Wait. If you were putting your hands up, walking in straight lines against Floyd, you put your hands up with straight lines against Floyd the first time. It was his footwork, it was his speed, it was his movement, it was his reflex, it was a better boxing IQ that got you beat then. And by the way, like I said before, I think Floyd had 40 something 42 fights or 44 fights, and Canelo had 42 fights. Again, Kovalev again, another flat-footed fighter, you know. And Canelo looked okay tonight. Was he on the juice? Who knows? Who cares? For 12.5 million, you'll take anybody. And but I'm sorry, I cannot. Yes, he became light heavyweight champion of the world. Yes, he trained for the fight. Yes, he got in the ring and he fought. But that's not a real fight. That's not a real fight. Listen, if I get two guys have an argument on the street, all right? One guy gets at the car, the other guy gets at the car. They're both about the same size and same height, same weight. All right, not even that. You get one guy's a little bigger, or you got guys a lot bigger, right? That's more of a fair fight. That's more of along the weapons involved. All right, you can add dynamics to make it different. One guy may have been a boxer, the other guy might not have been a boxer, but the fight is fair. And since there's two men, you get up to fight one another. There's no, as the guy gets out of the car, well, I'm a franchise champion. I've got 300 million invested in me. No, the other guy's thinking, listen, we're going to sort it out. You want the business, you're about to get the business. I'm going to punch you in your mouth. I'm going to drop you. I'm going to hurt you. And I'm sorry. But if two men are in the ring and one man is scared of hitting the other man, not because of what's coming back. Don't give me that nonsense. He was scared of what was coming back. So Kovalev wasn't scared of what was coming back when he fought Yard. He wasn't scared of what was coming back when he fought Hopkins. He wasn't scared about what was coming back when he fought Andre Ward twice. He wasn't scared of what was coming back when he fought Nathan Cleverly. He wasn't scared of when he fought all them other guys. He wasn't scared of what was coming back. But somehow this light heavyweight, this guy that comes from middleweight comes up to light heavyweight. He's scared of what's coming back. Really? Is that what you're trying to convince me? Really? He was scared of what is coming back. And there are people who are listening to this garbage. He's scared of what's coming back. Stop it. Stop it. 12.5 million. That's what it is, right? I'm sorry. Let me see what I've got here. That's what it's about. The 12.5 million. I'm sorry, people. The guy just got a payday. I'm well paid as well. I'm sorry. And I'm not going to be, like I said, I'm not going to give a whole lot of credit. He came, he won, he saw. As long as he's got that franchise belt around his waist, I can't treat him. Canelo fight, it's an event. It's an event, right? Just like when Floyd used to fight, it's an event. So people say, oh, well, Floyd won this fight. Floyd must have paid the judges. Or, Floyd paid for this, Floyd paid for that. So one rule for Floyd, but, it's impossible for Canelo to have paid Kovalev off to not throw the right hand. Do you get where I'm coming from here? So I cannot stay up at 4 5 o'clock in the morning to watch a man not fight versus a man who's coming to fight. And if you truly believed that Kovalev had a genuine chance of knocking Canelo out or winning the fight on points, based on the factors I've given you, the 300 million investment plus now WBC franchise champion, if you really believe that, because what they're trying to do here is trying to make Canelo greater than Floyd. They're trying to say, well, that's what the plan is here. Make him greater than Floyd. Make him greater than Floyd. Listen, Manny Pacquiao has a better CV than Canelo. Why? Because Manny Pacquiao fought guys who came out to want to punch him in the mouth. There was no 300 million investment. There was no franchise champion. Okay? The guys weren't just sitting there as bodies just to fall over. Everyone came to fight Manny. Everyone came to have a fight with Manny. All right? So I cannot look at a Canelo fight going forward with any sort of let him fight a mover, let him fight a maneuver, a guy who's got better upper body movement himself that can put punches together and can punch and can hurt, and he's not there just for the money, but he's there to actually rip up the script. Then I might look at that fight. But until then, until he's fighting guys who are quite agreed to have the business deals and shake the hand and be friendly and play the game and play the part, I ain't part of that script. I'm not commentating a fight that I know the answer to before the fight starts. Hey, smash the like button if you're in the room listening to this. I'm not sitting down watching a fight with a guy that I know these opponents, for the most part, are not going to throw punches back. And if they do throw punches back, it's not with bad intent. Come on, man. Come on, I know you don't like the sound of all this, but it is what it is. What was the motivation for Sergey Kovalev to even try to beat Canelo? 12.5 million. You're set. Now, I don't know how much Kovalev will make each fight, would have made each fight outside of a Canelo fight. So I want to know how many fights he would have got in that 12.5 million. Would it have been 2 fights? Would it have been a Beterbiev fight and a Bivol fight? Bearing in mind, Beterbiev and Bivol, although Beterbiev is now unified champion, nobody knows who Beterbiev is. Not with the kind of, resume that Canelo's got, in the lower weight division. Right? In fact, that Canelo fought Floyd. Remember that. And then Bivol, I love Bivol. He's my favourite light heavyweight in the world. But Bivol's not going to bring that kind of money in. So, you mean? Kovalev cashed in. He cashed in. Cashed in. You go out there, throw your punches, but don't throw, and at that experience level of boxing, so even if he did hurt Canelo, or he did land a punch, and he hurt him a little bit, or he got a reaction, just pull back. These guys are experienced fighters. Experienced fighters. It's as good as choreographed. It's as good as a sparring session. Not even as good as a sparring session. Sorry. So, don't expect me to be sitting here. I want to see Canelo go down back to his weight division and middleweight and fight somebody who's going to fight him back. And don't talk to me about Callum Smith either, because there's another one right there who is you're sitting there and doing what? Sitting on that WBC belt to do what? He's probably the most inactive fighter I have known, like of recent times. And he's a WBC champion. What is he's waiting for a cash out fight with Canelo? If the Callum Smith fight is not next, I haven't seen the pros fight. But if Callum Smith's not next, well, Callum Smith's got, who's he fighting now? He's fighting John Ryder now. But after he fights John Ryder, he gets past John Ryder, and I love John Ryder. Yeah. If you can get past John Ryder, then I wouldn't be surprised if a Canelo fight was to happen. But sorry. He's a good fighter, Canelo. But don't stick him in with movers. Don't stick him with movers. Don't stick him with guys that can move and can punch. So, Canelo is an event. The event is Canelo beating up on other people. That's what the event is. That's what it is. Canelo beating up on other people. That's what it is. That's what you're paying to watch. That's what you're staying up to watch. It's not a fight. It's not a fight. I'm sorry. Congratulations to Sergey Kovalev. Like I said, 12.5 million. Who's gonna argue with that? I wonder who the next body is for Canelo. That's it from me. You might not like what I'm saying, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching.